Hi, this is David Cloninger and Gene Sapakoff from the Charleston Post and Courier. Welcome to Kyle Field at Texas A&M, also known as Aggie Land. 107,000 people will be here today, and maybe a pretty decent contingent of Gamecock fans, although I'm sure most of the tickets were gobbled by A&M fans. Gene, what's the key for USC to win this game?
I'll tell you what, the key, David, to me is for them to get off to a good start and maybe turn some of these people eventually against the Aggies. I mean, already Kevin Sumlin definitely on the hot seat of South Carolina could make this game interesting into the third quarter a little longer. I think some of these folks are going to get a little antsy, and I'm not saying they're going to be a cascade of boos here at Kyle Field. The 12th man's going to quit or anything like that, but South Carolina could put the heat on Texas A&M and not the other way around.
Absolutely, Gene. And what USC, I think, has to do is really get into this scoring mentality. I know that Will Muschamp and Kurt Roper would prefer to win the game with a patient ball control approach. Well, Texas A&M is lethal enough on offense, averaging 40 points a game. They're probably not going to be able to do that. A&M's going to try to split USC's soft secondary, but A&M's secondary is pretty bad in itself. If Jake Bentley can get in that mentality of just throwing deep and trying to match them point for point, then I think USC can hang in this game. You mentioned a good start. That's what the Gamecocks really have to get. I mean, the past two games, really past three games, have gone out there and they've just not scored when they've gotten to the red zone. So they really need to get out there and put some points on the board early.
That really do, and also a next man up mentality. You saw it last week with Trey Smith for Debo Samuel. Now it's going to have to be even more this week, some offensive linemen for that banged up offensive line for Zach Bailey, etc.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. Corey Helms missing the first game of his college career now. That ankle did not heal up enough, so now they're just kind of having to reshuffle, and a Blake Camper, a DJ Park. Those guys are going to have to come in and play well to try to keep A&M's defenders off of Jake Bentley. I know that they were going to want to get the running game going. Tyson Williams should be the starter, but if they get behind a couple of touchdowns early, they're really going to have to start throwing the ball. So 7:30 kickoff back home. It's going to be a late one tonight, but USC trying to get its second conference win. A&M's trying to get its second conference win. I'm David Cloninger. He's Gene Sapakoff from the Post and Courier. Check us out at postandcourier.com after the game.